Welcome to Kimmy's Collective. I'm Kim. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. Today I'm doing a love reading for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. My readings are timeless, so whenever you find this reading is the perfect time for you. And please feel free to reverse the roles as you see fit, but don't try to make a message fit. If it's not your message, it's not your message. Let's get started. I have pre-shuffled the deck, and we have Archangel Ariel with the second chakra. That's that passion, that's creativity. Let's see what else we get. Something having to do with creativity, passion. Something you're passionate about. Maybe you're going to begin to create. Let's see what we get. We have Angel of Strength. That's like the strength card in tarot. So you're needing to be strong in a situation. Third chakra. That is the solar plexus. That's your willpower. So there may be something that you want to create for yourself, want to do for yourself. It's going to take some strength and some willpower, maybe to get over some obstacles leading toward that. Let's see what else we get. Too many? I'm going to take the top card and I'm going to leave the rest. So the top card is Adjacent Possibilities. You may have a lot of options, a lot of different things that you may like to work with or you want to work with. Okay. Or this is a love reading, maybe first and foremost. Someone that you're passionate about. It's taking some strength and some willpower, maybe for you to make an approach, if that's what you're going to do. Maybe you feel like they have other options, other possibilities. Man holding a coin at the bottom of the deck. Door to spirit, community. And door to personal healing and happiness with the second chakra. That's showing up again. That's that passion. So whatever this passion is, it's going to make you happy, or you feel that it's going to make you happy. But I think this passion of yours may have something to do with community, other people. But you feel like this is your door to spirit, and I think it's hinged on a particular person. All right, so let's see what tarot has to say about Angel of Strength. What do you have to be strong about? There's probably some lessons that need to be learned. It's going to take your strength to get through these lessons. Let's find out more. What else for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. First thing out is that passion. There's an offer of passion. Passionate offer. Maybe, well, I'm not going to maybe anything. Page of Cups. That could be an apology of some sort, or maybe a small offer. You go from a offer of passion to a small, maybe romantic offer or small apology. Let's get some more. The Empress. You are in your Empress energy, male or female. Maybe, let's get some more. Queen of Pentacles. It's a good mother. She's got everything she needs, almost kind of like the Nine of Pentacles. Only the Nine of Pentacles, she is definitely single. This could be someone's wife. Six of Swords, moving into smoother waters. And Temperance, having patience with something. So you need patience while you're dealing with this situation. We've got the Angel of Strength. Maybe you're not receiving the offer that you hope for. Maybe you were looking for, maybe from this man holding a coin, an offer of passion. but maybe what you got is something way smaller than what you anticipated. I think you're feeling a way about that. And you may need to try to get back in your Empress energy. Queen of Pentacles, know that you have everything that you really need. And not stress over it. Go ahead and move into smoother waters and heal yourself. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. Taking charge of a situation, that would be where your strength would come from. The Emperor is a leader, a strong leader, forceful. Unless this is a person, this is divine masculine. Maybe this is who you need strength over. Or why your strength, you may feel a little depleted in that area. Why you have to call on the archangels to, or the angel to help you with your strength in this situation. Bottom of the deck, Four of Wands. Maybe this is your counterpart, causing a bit of confusion, competition. I think it has to do with what they invest their time in. This is Seven of Pentacles, where they are focusing their energy. We have the Page of Wands, which is like a new passion. And we have the Ace of Wands, first card out on in your section, which is an offer of passion. And the Queen of Cups, that's someone with their heart open. Very loving, very kind, very giving. And we have the Eight of Wands, which is communication. Seven of Cups, which is confusion. I'm going to need to work on something, to master something. Maybe get a grip on this confusion or your emotions. I did say the Emperor, maybe coming in, maybe dominating a situation, taking control. We have the Emperor and the Empress counterparts. I don't know why I didn't see that in the first place. I'm thinking that this Emperor, even though it is your divine counterpart, is requiring you to have some strength in this situation. They may be a little domineering over, what your passions are. They may be a bit overbearing as far as you. I'm starting to get you stay in your place. You're the mother. You stay here. You take care of the house. You do this. You do that. But they're divine counterparts. Do they go at it too? I think I'm feeling like you are really into wanting to go after or go towards something you're passionate about. And I feel like this Emperor may be blocking your path, kind of wanting you to stay in your place. But you have the Six of Swords, that's moving into smoother waters. You're having patience and you're healing. You're trying to heal this situation, heal yourself. But the Four of Wands is at the bottom of the deck, and that's telling me that this is some kind of a family type situation. But there's conflict. I guess divine counterparts can have conflicts as well. Okay, so let's see this third chakra, Archangel Chamuel. And like I said, that's the willpower. That's also like your point of strength as well. Bottom of the deck is Ten of Pentacles. That is that grounded situation, family. Things were going well, going as, planned as far as a good, loving, wholesome family. We have this Third chakra, Archangel Shamuel. What is that? What is the willpower about? You have the King of Swords. And that fell on top of moving into smoother waters. King of Swords is very intellectual. They are a leader. They take charge just like the Emperor. Not as much power as the Emperor. But they rule their domain. I see a little owl here I've never noticed before. It's right there in my face. Never noticed it. It's telling me he's wise. He's got some wisdom behind him. And Six of Swords again, moving into smoother waters. And this one is coming underneath the Empress. This one is next to the King of Swords. Maybe intellectually, they know that you may be thinking about moving forward. Nine of Cups, fulfilling your own wishes. Taking a leap of faith. Five of Wands, that's that conflict. Could be competition. And choosing a path. Bottom of the deck is second chances with the Judgment and the Hierophant. Hierophant is that commitment to doing things traditionally. We have the Queen of Wands. That's that fiery, passionate energy where she wants to get out and do her thing, live her life, enjoy herself. She's very attractive. She attracts things to her. The Chariot. That's moving forward. Justice, bringing justice to a situation. And the Eight of Swords, that's having a need to move out of a mental prison. So with the King of Swords here, maybe this person has you trapped in some sort of a mental prison to where you don't feel that you can or you should move. That's not the way these things go. There's a lot of deep emotions here. I don't see that you want to go towards anybody per se, like you want to go cheat. But I do think that even though you are raising a family, or this is a committed situation, that you still want to live a life, live some remnants of, have some identity, have your own identity. And what you want is far bigger than what you're actually getting out of this situation. I feel like the Emperor is benefiting far more than you are in this situation. And I think you want more. I don't see you necessarily wanting out, because I see moving into smoother waters. It doesn't necessarily mean you're leaving a situation. You could just be branching out, doing some of the things that you like to do, things that calm your nerves, calms your thinking. Because this is taking some strength and some patience to deal with this Emperor energy. Okay, where was I? I went over here and I'm over here. So, yeah, I think you're maybe ready to buck the system and bring some justice to yourself. Bring some balance into your own life. There's a Chariot there moving forward. And I think you're following your intuition on this. But this is causing conflict for you. This is not a happy situation. It's got you trapped in your head. Like, is this all I get? Is this all there is? I mean, this is a commitment. This is a lifetime here. There's just got to be something better. Or you've got fears about this. But I think you're taking charge, and we got the Emperor again. I think you're jumping in your King of Wands energy, and you're moving forward. You're about to go live some life with this Knight of Wands. All right. Yes, that'll do. Let's see the adjacent possibilities. What are these possibilities that you're possibly chasing? The Hermit, doing some soul searching in this situation. This is interesting. So I'm not saying that you're like unhappy. I just think that maybe the person that you're dealing with is a little unbending. They're not giving you the required space that you need. All right. Let's see the adjacent possibilities, Spirit. What do we have for adjacent possibilities? We have Page of Pentacles. This is a new opportunity. Adjacent possibilities. Those are opportunities. We have the Four of Cups. Missed opportunity. So we go from opportunity to missed opportunity. I'm getting right away that you have something that you want to do that you don't want to miss out on. Three of Cups, celebration. Or it may have something to do with other people that you will need to deal with. They could be standing in your way on that. Judgment. That's a rebirth. The Tower, something coming down. And Page of Swords, that is a student. There's something you want to get out and learn. Something maybe that you had begun in the past, maybe before the appearance of this Emperor, and you would like to pick it up again. You would like to try it again. You feel like you've missed an opportunity already. But I don't think you're going to miss it again with this Tower. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Wands. She goes after what she wants, just like the King does. She is attracting things to her. Eight of Swords. That's that mental prison. Was that at the bottom of the deck before? Yeah, it was. Eight of Swords. Mental imprisonment. Bringing justice to a situation. This is a soul contract. Page of Cups. Again, this is a message of love. High Priestess. And the Eight of Wands. There's some communication that's going to happen. So you're going to let this Emperor, this masculine energy know that what you want to do has nothing to do with the love of them, the love of your family, the love of what you do for your family. But I think you're going to leave this mental imprisonment. You're going to leave that. You're going to get some balance and some justice for yourself. You're letting them know that, hey, I do love you. This doesn't change anything between us, but I know this is something I need to do. This is something that they didn't speak on, or you didn't speak on in the past, but you're letting them know now. You're following your intuition. You're communicating. And you're closing the old cycles, ushering in some balance, because you're feeling imbalanced because you're not living to your full capacity. That's what I'm getting. And there's the strength again. So you're being strong in this, and you're letting them know it's not going to mess with our foundation. Our foundation will stay intact. But you're making a choice. You're going to make that choice. All right, Leo, do that. And, strength, that's Leo. That's the card of Leo. They're not going to back you down on this. Let's get some clarity. Let's find out some more. Ace of Cups. That is an offer of love. Maybe this Emperor is going to, say, hey, I got you. I got your back. Let's find out. Because you're not going to let down. You're willing to tear some shit up. You've been thinking on it long and hard. And you want a second chance at what it was that lit you up. All right. Now, Now remember, reverse the roles as you see fit. This could be you, this could be them. Okay, Leo. Let's do that again. Let's see what we get. Angel of Strength with the new passionate beginning. Two of Cups, that is a partnership. That's a soulmate connection. Moving forward. Wheel of Fortune, fate, luck. Things moving in your favor, moving in a particular direction. With a partner. I think your person is going to come around. High Priestess. The Seven of Swords. What is that talking about? Queen of Cups. I'm getting that once again, because you had the High Priestess over here, probably at the bottom of the deck. This is something that you want. You didn't discuss it much. I think you didn't talk about it a lot because you were trying to be strategic. Maybe you wanted to bring this on, let them know a certain way. Maybe this person, they're in their Emperor energy. Maybe they are a bit insecure and they feel like that anything you do outside of the box is going to put them in their feelings. So you were trying to move strategically, but you're letting them know that there is love here. There's the Ace of Wands again. Passionate new beginning. Ace of Cups. That's you loving yourself. This is you wanting to take care of you. This is you being in this commitment, moving this forward. But now I feel like it's time for you to do what lights you up. And I think if you have to be strategic about it, you probably will. Four of Wands, firm foundation still. So I think your strength and your patience and all of that is coming from maybe you having to reassure this person over and over again that everything is cool. Everything is, you're not even going to know I'm gone. I'm going to take this leap of faith. I'm going. Holding on to this commitment. The memories, justice, and conflict. With the moon behind it. I think they're just afraid because they don't know what to expect. They don't know if this is going to unbalance those scales and that they might lose the love of their life, who they committed to. They're holding on tight. But you're going to make that leap of faith, and good on you. Live your life. You can live your life. They can do their thing and still come home to you and be whatever. You can do the same thing. Times are changing. It ain't the 50s no more. All right. Oop. I am not taking that, but I'm not going to ignore it. Fell over here. Think you had been in your mind about whether or not they would accept this, which I think they gave you a hassle. But you stepped out of that little holding pattern you were in where you stayed in your mind. You walked away from that. All right, so let's see this third chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the willpower, power to do. Moving into smoother waters, Nine of Cups, fulfilling those wishes. And there's the strength again for Leo. Taking that leap of faith, coming out of this conflict and choosing the path. You're just going to do it. There's your strength. Holding on to your dreams. And you will still be able to give to yourself and to the situation equally. And this is, you're clearly communicating this. The devil. That's that toxicity. I think that's their way of thinking about this situation. They feel like they're going to lose you. They need to hold on to you. And I think that's making things very confusing, very frustrating. A lot of unnecessary emotions. Empress. Queen of Wands, same two that's over here. Did I say Two of Wands? Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. And that little offer. This wanted to come out. I'm going to put it out to King of Cups. That's the counterpart to the Queen of Cups. So I'm getting that they're going to apologize for, any nasty little things they had to say, or maybe they tried to shoot you down in conversation as far as what it is you want to do, telling you you're confused, it's not what you want. But I think you're standing your ground. And I think that prompted possibly an apology from this person. That's something that they may not be used to showing, showing some emotions. But they feel a certain way about this. But they're going to go within to do some healing. They don't want you to do it. Stressing them out, putting them in their head. Oh, God. So there may be some problems with your person after this. We've got the Four of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Nine of Wands. But they're going to learn. They're going to start taking these lessons, and the cycles will end. So you got a little grief to go through, which is why you have so much strength all through your reading. Thank God you're a Leo. Angel of strength, the willpower to go forward anyway, despite the complaints and the devil energy, the toxic conversations they probably are had with you or are having with you, depending on where you are. You just have to remain strong and keep on trucking. Keep on doing what you do, because your new beginning is coming. I love it. I love it. Yes, I love it. Oh, we got one more. So the adjacent possibilities. This is where, you put your ideas, what you're going to do. You carve that in stone. You're not going to miss this opportunity again. It's something I think that you were probably doing at the beginning of your relationship, and when your relationship kicked in, kind of got kicked to the curb a little bit. Other things started happening. And now you're looking to move forward. You're looking for your second chance at things. And I feel like if they get a little too out of pocket, you may end whatever it is. But I know your unwilling compliance is coming to an end with this Tower. You're strategizing. You're making your plans. You're learning what it is you need to do to move forward. And here is your spark. That spark that you kept going. It's here, brand new, starting it over. King of Swords. You're using your mind in this. This is very stimulating for you. Coming out of the worry and the stress successfully. Justice is being served. And there's that Tower. So maybe if this king was still putting you in your head, you may say some things to bring justice to you. You may do some things because this Tower is on top of this Tower. And lessons learned. Like, okay, bucko, play it your way. I'm picking my path. I'm moving forward clearly, decisively. And I'm going to manifest the life that I want for myself. And there's patience again. We had patience over here. Yep, patience again. You're healing. You're going to take care of yourself. You haven't forgotten this person. But you are moving into waters that are going to make you happier. Right now I'm getting the Knight of Cups and the Four of Swords. This person is still in their head, and I think they're still trying to figure out ways to sway you away from it, because this is really hurting them. And we got the heartbreak after that. They're feeling left out. They're regretful. Good Lord. But this is it's gonna work out okay. Things are gonna happen. And you're gonna continue to move forward. I wish you luck. But this person sounds like it's gonna be an uphill battle for you. All right, let's see what needs to be surrendered. Yeah. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. So, ultimately it's up to you. If your new moves make you feel good, you got to go with it. You have to make yourself happy, or else you're not going to be any good to them anymore. That's going to be a wilting flower, because they're like pouring acid on top of it, instead of letting you continue to grow and flourish. I mean, if things kick off, who knows? It could bring more cash into your situation, or more groundedness, or you will be happier, thereby making them even happier. But it's like you might be dealing with someone who just wants what they want, when they want it, how they want it. Okay, let's see what else needs to be surrendered. Surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. Then you have surrender to your intuition. Tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. And surrender the stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the stress as you go. Exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. And the bottom of the deck is surrender to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and your spirit. So don't let this person stress you out. I need to do a reading for them so they can come to terms with things. What does Leo's person need to do to alleviate the stress on their mind? The Empress. Controller. No, it's not control, but they do need to maybe step out of that Emperor domineering energy and step a little bit more into their Empress, where it's more nurturing and loving and caring. Nurture. They need to nurture you during this situation. And that's not a situation, through your development, your growth. They need to embrace it and help you to flourish. Let's see what else they need to do. That's the Four of Cups. Not accepting an offer. Eight of Pentacles. Maybe working on themselves. Okay. So we got the Death here. So they possibly need to, like I said, focus on themselves while you do your thing. Get rid of the need to control the situation. Look at what divine, because if you are in a situation together, the divine is offering you a cup, something that you love. That's only going to help you both, unless divine is giving you a new mate. Go within. They need to go within to heal their need to control this. Their need to master your situation. Magician. Magician and the Death. They need to work on manifesting something better. Eliminating the old control. Go within and manifest something better, other than the Nine of Swords being in the head. They are stressed. But what they think about, they bring about. They're bringing this stress on themselves. What can they do to eliminate the stress? Like, we got the Empress. I should have probably left it there. They need to move into smoother waters. King of Cups. They need to open their heart. They need to be a little more giving, loving in this situation. Three of Pentacles. Find something else to do. Have some strength. And celebrate with you. Celebrate your successes. And I'm going to say put those those wands down. Stop being so defensive about everything. King of Pentacles. Become more grounded. Knight of Cups. Be more romantic with you. Bring justice into your situation and let go of the devil, toxic energy where they got to control you. Have some reciprocity in this situation. That you've been giving to them, now they got to give to you a little bit more. Plant some different seeds. I could do this all day, but I'm not. We were wrapping things up, weren't we? Hidden truth. Let's see some hidden truth. What do they need to say? I'm mishearing your voice. What do they need to say to Leo? Or not what do they need to say? What's on their mind that they are not saying? What is the hidden truth with Leo's person? They feel the sexual tension. They can't do this. They want to go back to the way things were. I don't know what you want. You don't understand what Leo wants. You broke their heart. And they miss hearing your voice. They compare you to others. They're comparing you to other situations. I don't know why I'm getting that this person is very religious. And this isn't the way that you're supposed to be. You know, you're supposed to be right there by their side at all times. But anyway, let's get a message from your higher self. Feel the power of your blood and your ancestors. You are not alone. You've got support in this. You've got support in this. I don't see where you're fearing anything as it relates to this relationship you're in. I feel like you're just going after something that you love and care about. Let's see what else. The love of your dragon reaches out to you. The realm of your truth is opening up. Okay, so things are opening up for you. I think you just got to jump on your dragon's back and keep it moving. Leave your usual social circles behind. Seek out true companions. This person, you know, may be not on thin ice, but they may be skating towards it. Slowly but surely. No, don't do that. All right, so let's get a message from Spirit. What does Spirit want you to know at this time? What does Spirit want you to know, Leo? A couple things. What does Spirit want Leo to know? Okay. We have... First message, count all of your blessings, even the small ones. Show gratitude and appreciation for all that you have in your life and all that has yet to come into it. Your best days are still ahead of you. Isn't that a wonderful thought? Yes, it is. What areas of your life are you avoiding? Are they causing you upset, worry, disrupted sleep? If so, these are the areas you need to focus on. As much as you don't want to, it's necessary. Tackle your demons head on. Don't allow them to rule you for a second longer. And the last message is, if you find yourself stuck in a situation you are unhappy with, ask yourself why you are still there. Is it fear of the unknown? Leaving toxic situations or people can be the best thing you could do for your soul and your spirit. Be fierce. So, next reading we do, this could be totally different. I'm thinking this person is very controlling over you. They want to keep you right where you are. Right where you are. Okay, so let's wrap this baby up with a word of guidance from the Goddess Power Oracle deck. Bottom of the deck is Ishtar with communion. Or commune, not communion. Let's see what we get. One more, because that one was shaking. There. All right. One card of guidance for Leo. The past with limousine and secrets. All right, so that is number 36. Limousine with the past. All right, 36, I think. Yes, 36. There are certain moments within your personal history that hold great treasure for you now. When you examine your memories, which are the domain of the Greek goddess, empowered wisdom is revealed. The lessons you find are like sacred talismans contained within your past, like fossils in amber. Right now, you can trust your instincts that if something brings to mind your past, it indeed has a kernel of the old in the new. This is an amazing opportunity to make informed choices and do things differently. The goddess has another powerful message for you. There are many choice points in life where you have the power to make beautiful changes and become more creative, empowered, and alive. Yes, sometimes memories that live in the cells of your body will trigger palpable fear. But you can move beyond your past to discover new territories, and a new vision of freedom will come to you. You won't see the past the same anymore, as wisdom replaces numb acceptance. The memories will change because you've changed. This freedom is gained by willingness and curiosity. Relationships become rich with potential, and all your natural choices will no longer fall into old patterns that are not serving you. I lost my spot. The goddess wants you to experience this miracle. Now, your alignment message is, our stories hold us hostage to a past that no longer serves us. The goddess of memories reminds you that running away from painful memories and pretending that wrongs haven't been committed does nothing to help you truly find meaning and purpose. Your alignment task is to stop and take inventory of the past and the stories that keep you tied to it and defined by it. She calls you to be rigorously honest about the areas in your life where you have been wounded, as well as where you may have wounded others. Dig deep to uncover your unconscious biases and triggers. Know that it may be a messy experience as you surrender to the truth that you can't control the outcome or other people's reactions when you are ready to make real shifts. The world is changing, and to be part of its glorious unfolding, you are being invited to do this deep work. Miracles are waiting for you once you set yourself free and allow your memories of the past to lead you to the truth. Transformation comes with a price. Leaving some of your old self behind isn't easy, but it is necessary to become the one you have been waiting for. Summon your courage. The goddess will help you. You will rise up from this mess, and only beauty and strength will remain. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. There you have it. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated for you. But most of all, I hope it helps you in some way. So if you like these messages, please hit the like, subscribe, and share, and leave me some comments. I'd like to know. So until the next time, you take good care of yourself. I feel like you're on that path. Go for it. All right. Bye-bye.